So here we are in the Finger Lakes region of New York, one of the most exciting parts of the East Coast wine scene, I would argue. Some really cool stuff going on here. So naturally I thought Jamie was going to give us a Riesling, but this doesn't appear to be the right colour.
There's some really good, exciting stuff happening on the East Coast of the States. So we're much more aware of what happens on the West Coast with California, Oregon, Washington State. But you've got some great wines in New York, the Finger Lakes, and then out onto the North Fork of there. You go a little bit further south. Virginia's making some really good wines, especially sparkling. But yeah, New York, Riesling, Cab Franc, some ice wines, lots of different styles. And it gets really, really cold.
Yes.
And there's probably no rights for any grapes to grow there. But because you've got these masses and masses of water, it works as a kind of, balancing act with the climate. So this is Hosmer, a great little family winery. I was lucky enough to go to a wine dinner, and Julia Hoyle, who's the winemaker there, so excited about wine, so excited about New York as a project and it becoming known in its own right and getting New York wines on the by the glass list in New York restaurants.
Quite a light Cabernet Franc, isn't it? And for a grape that you associate with some quite warm regions.
Absolutely, but
needing the warmth to ripen properly and cut down the green.
This is where the difference is. And when we talk about Cab Franc, it does really well in South America, it does really well in California, obviously it's in Bordeaux. But in New York, it's its own kind of style where it is a little bit cooler. Because it's not as ripe, they don't want all the tannins, so you have less skin contact time, so it doesn't overpower it, and therefore you get this lovely, lovely light colour.
Fascinating. It's got so much freshness. It's a really fascinating wine.
It's cool climate winemaking. So you've got this lovely acidity, this lovely freshness. For the geeky winemaking, once the winter comes, wines usually just go dormant. Yeah, they get left alone, they get dormant, and in the spring they get pruned off, and off you go again. What they have to do here, because it gets so cold, the vines would actually go past dormant and to die.
Yes.
That they bend them down and lay them flat on the ground, staple them into the ground, and then cover them in hay to stop them dying. And then when the spring comes, they bring them all back up and prune and go again. So they actually basically hibernate them. They put them to bed for the
Basically,
winter.
they're like tortoises. We're going to pass on Mr. Trump's winery in Virginia, and I think we should head straight down to the south part of this continent.
So we could go somewhere a little bit cooler, perhaps. Maybe Chile.
Chile.
Bye.
Bye.